Hi, I'm Mel Dorr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic, and I've got Psychic Kim Copeland in the house, a medium.
Woohoo!
Hi, Kim.
Hey, hey.
How are
Thanks.
you?
Good. I'm putting on a little rose oil as I loved your intro. This is a rose oil reminding me of the Marys tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Um, I have a brand new Aloha shirt I designed for myself. My friend and dog trainer, Angela De Palma, dog trainer extraordinaire, sent me a link. It's called Possum. And you go on, and they give you a bunch of patterns, and you can design your own Aloha shirt. And you can put pictures of your significant other, yourself. But I chose to put my dog Lucky on here. So I
That's
have
awesome.
my very own Lucky Aloha shirt.
It's beautiful. I love the colors. I
And
don't.
it's
I think you
hard.
could.
Go ahead.
I thought I was going to say. I think you could use a few more colors in that.
I think so too. See, you think? Well, the orange and the yellow. But
Yeah.
you know what? Miss Lucky's everywhere.
Oh, that's so sweet. Does she notice herself on there?
Nah.
Oh,
But when I get to 20,000 subscribers, I'll give away 3 free half-hour sessions to my subscribers. To my members, and you have to be a member not for 5 minutes, but at least for a week or two, I'm going to give away 3 free Aloha shirts that I will design. And so whoever wins, you'll send me a picture of yourself or your dog or, whatever, or your cat and you'll send me your shirt size and I'll design it and have it sent to you. So that's part of the 20K giveaway.
that's nice. That's beautiful.
And maybe if I'm in a good mood, uh, which I am, I'll, I'll give away maybe once a month an Aloha shirt to different members, but you have to be a member. That's a perk to be a member. And plus, all members get a discount on readings. That's starting immediately. So, not subscriber, but member. I think the membership is
Ah,
like $10 a month or something.
yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
And then we'll do live shows to answer questions for some of our members. So, there you go. So,
Wonderful. Awesome.
there you go. All right. So, Kim, what's up?
Well, let's see here. I've been pretty busy.
Good.
I
And you're
can't.
going to Italy.
Yeah, going to Italy in about 3 weeks, I think.
Yep. By the way, the documents will be sent out within the next couple of days.
Okay.
So,
All
did you
right.
read your email?
I did. I did.
Yay. Oh, your flight information. Hey, Sharon Sipes in the house. Hi, Sharon.
Yes, and I want to say hi to several people. I noticed that White Dragon's on. I haven't seen White Dragon. Hello, White Dragons. Haven't seen you forever.
Hi, White
And
Dragon.
Mary and Amanda and Meg, and so it looks like people are asking questions too. And there's Karen and Wayne. So beautiful, Jackie. Oh, Jackie has a great question here about her cat. And
Okay.
I can't, for some reason, I'm not able to post or to type in the chat just to let you know that sometimes I like to do that, but I'm not allowed to for some reason today.
I don't know why.
It's okay. I don't know. It's okay.
Oh, well, we can kind of. I'm just looking at some of the comments.
Yes.
Aspie Third Eye. Here. I'm starring some. For you all at home, what that means is when we star them, that calls it to my attention that people have asked questions. All right. So, shall we get going?
Sure, you bet.
All right.
Can I ask you something though, Mel?
Yes.
Oh, I see. The last week after we were finished, we talked a little bit about reading under the influence, and so we were saying that after now I don't have too many glasses of wine, but on occasion I'll have a glass of wine, and when I feel like, oh, I can read all the spirits now, they've all gathered, but it's just that wine that has opened the doorway even more than usual. And I thought you had some great stories about that, and some funny ones. But I think that's I noticed that with wine, but also when I'm on an airplane, I notice maybe it's a proximity to people. The spirits are just gathered, and it's like I'm talking to somebody, and then their spirit family's right there. Have you noticed that on airplanes too?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not advocating drinking alcohol or doing any kind of drugs or anything. I'm not advocating that at all. I don't want to go to YouTube jail. But I think, like after my surgery, right when I first woke up, I think they gave me ketamine, and I forget what they used for the induction and then to put me under. But I was very psychic. And I was reading everybody in the OR when I woke up in the
Okay.
recovery room. I looked
Yeah.
at the notes. I said, "Are you going through a divorce?" And she goes, "Oh my God, how did you know that?" And my husband said, "Don't ask." I think what happens is because it brings the barriers down. It brings the psychological barriers down. Now I've had some people say, "Oh, if you do it under the influence of anything, you'll attract negative entities," and I don't feel that way at all. I mean, it's always there, and sometimes I just think, like coming out of anesthesia, the brakes are off.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
I remember once we used to hang out, and this my ears itching. Somebody must be talking about me. I remember once we would hang out in this Italian restaurant down the street. We would go there every weekend, and we would have our drinks and we'd dance and we'd have a good time. And I remember there was a member of the Blackhawks hockey team that came in. And my friend Linda Petrine and I, she's retired now, but Linda was wonderful on murder cases. She was phenomenal. We worked on a lot of murder cases and missing people. We did a TV show together. We did a lot of stuff. And so this hockey player came in, and he heard us over. We talked to everybody, and he heard us talking. He goes, "I don't believe in any of that psychic crap. If you guys are so psychic, what do you see for me?" And Linda looked at me, and she goes, "No, don't." I go, "Oh no." He asked for it. I looked at him. I said, "Well, sir, quite frankly, we don't really care what you believe in." I said, "But you're gonna have I see a really big problem with an ACL in your knee." "There's nothing wrong with my knee." I said, "There will be." And he kind of just kept being more obnoxious. And I said, "Well, you're going to have a surgery on that knee." "There's nothing wrong." It was like a week or two later, he comes in, he's on crutches. He goes, I won't, I'll paraphrase what he said because he was swearing like a drunken sailor. "I don't know what the that you did, but it was like a couple days later, I was in practice and I turned, somebody clipped me or did something, and I fell. When I did, I tore my ACL and I popped it, and I had to have surgery on my knee." I said, "Well, first it's free." I said, "To remove it will cost you lots of money." And I just kept talking. It was funny. We became really good, friendly with him. And he would tell you wouldn't believe what these guys did. "Oh my God, it blew me away." I said, "Well, don't never mess with a psychic, especially when they've had a drink or two."
Yeah, especially, right? I know. The thing is, I notice is that people don't always want to hear what you have to say after your drink or two.
No.
But you think they do, but they don't.
Well, no, I never offered unless they asked.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I'm working, when I'm like in my office and I'm seeing clients, or when I'm doing this, I never ever. I don't drink that much anyway, but I never ever am under the influence of anything.
Oh yeah. Oh, me too. Yeah.
Because when I'm working, I'm working. But I do notice, when you're out having a good time and having a few drinks, and somebody will invariably, "What do you see from me?" I go, "Not right now." And if they get really obnoxious and persistent, I'll be like, "Okay, you ask for it."
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the ethics involved is that, at least in my office, I always want to leave people with hope, even with the grimmest of things.
Oh, sure.
I think
Absolutely.
part of our job is to help guide people through stuff. And you're a hospice nurse, so you can get that, I think.
Oh, of course. I never want to disable. So, of course.
Psychics are people too. And we have our good days and our bad days. We have our neuroses. We have our OCD. We have our ups and downs, just like anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it just certain things remove that psychological barrier.
Yeah.
I remember on pain meds in the hospital, and the nurses, some of them had watched me on YouTube, and "Oh, thank you for watching." And one says, "You know, I don't want to ask you." I said, "Go ahead." And it was about career.
Yeah.
And I said, I gave her a reading on career, and then romance was a big question she wanted to know about, but she didn't ask that.
Yeah.
She's like, "How did you know that?" I said, "It's what I do for a living." And
Yeah.
I explained claircognizance. We
Mm-hmm.
know, we don't know how we know or what we know, we just know.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I was very nice about it, and she made an appointment. A couple people did,
Oh, that's nice.
and the residents, that was really fun reading the residents. I have
Nice.
people coming in my room going, "What do you think?" I go, "About what?"
Yeah. Well, I think we all need a little boost right now. And I mean, I noticed that even tonight, like people are asking some great questions in here. Um, wow. I mean, and there's some heavy, I was just in the healing hour and we were talking about, we really just want we just want to raise our vibration right now with everything going on. So hi, Vivian. And Vivian's birthday was yesterday. She's
Oh, happy birthday to Viviana. Hi, sweetie. Happy birthday.
29, 29. And hi, Alice, Christine, and Bonita, and Maggie. So, do you? I see. Hi, there's Kevin's loving vibrations and Diva.
Hi,
Rama-
Kevin.
The great Dave. Hi, the great Dave. Okay. Do you want to do these
Kevin,
questions? We've got some questions
tomorrow night.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you and
Kevin.
Kevin tomorrow night. Yes, and you guys do the news, right?
We do political. We do world events, climate,
Okay.
things in the United States, all the above. And it's
Okay.
like Kevin said, I think last week, you got to get down and dirty with us and join us on a
Okay.
show.
Well, one of these days you got to let. What time are you doing it?
7:00. Join us tomorrow night.
Central, 7 Central.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the week after. I'm
Okay.
doing angel readings at the 7 Central.
Kevin sent me smiley faces there.
Okay. How about next
Kevin's the
week?
moderator. I'm sorry.
Oh, next week. Okay.
All right. I think this week is Kevin's show. Next week is
Oh,
my show. I don't know.
okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Awesome.
All righty.
Okay.
So, are we ready? We got a question
I'm
here.
ready. I'm ready.
Is there an entity or spirit hanging around me? My friend Connie B, there's spirits hanging around all of us. We call them guides, and sometimes dearly departed. If you're asking if there's one hanging around you that would cause you problems, the answer to that is no. I think sometimes we create our own problems, but I don't see any mischievous spirit hanging around.
No, it feels like pure love to me, actually.
That's what I feel.
I feel like it feels male to me.
I was just going to say a really older man.
Yeah, maybe even dad, but a wonderful, gentle soul. No, nothing at all, and so wonderful that you can feel him, right? Oh my gosh, because that's a gift, right? And that even you even brought it up here, so now that even makes that bond even stronger just by even acknowledging it.
There you go. By the way, this is Pedialyte.
Not scotch and water.
It's not Fanta's Pedialyte. I went to the cardiologist today, and he gave me very good news. So yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And I have a CAT scan on the 3rd of October. I'm getting everything done before I go to Italy.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Good.
Okay, here we go. Kathy Reagan's Auntie Mel. Hi. Auntie Mel says hi. I was talking to my friend Beverly today, and it was Beverly's son who called me Auntie Mel. And we were laughing because we all went to Hawaii together. This is years ago. And Jamie told me, Auntie Mel, you can only bring enough for a carry-on. Well, me in those days, I was packing for days. And so I said, well, here's what I'm taking. He goes, you're taking too much. I'm going to come over and help you pack. I'm like, you just caused me to have a panic attack. Right? So we were in a car in Hawaii, and I was twirling and nervous about something. And he said to me, Auntie Mel, sit your gay rear end down and stop worrying. I'll never forget that. And so we all laugh about how this alter ego Auntie Mel has developed. And so all of Beverly's flight attendant friends call me Auntie Mel. It just stuck, and I wear it in honor with Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Jamie's a wonderful personal trainer, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Jamie has 2 beautiful dogs, Anakin and Trooper. Albeit Trooper is a little mischievous, but he's a sweet dog.
Okay. They're only worth a damn if they're mischievous.
Mischievous? I like mischievous. But
Mischievous. Okay. But Kathy has a question about cinnamon.
I'm sorry. Thanks for bringing me back.
Yes, cinnamon only passed 10 days ago.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, I know. That's heartbreaking, isn't it?
15 and a half years. Oh. Well, he's around you, though. I feel it. And he's going to send you another critter. Now, you might not say you want any more critters, but Cinnamon says differently.
It's funny because I am seeing a calendar, and it's like the days are marked off, and I don't know why I'm seeing the days being marked off on a calendar. You know how you slice off the days. Always with you, but it's just a feeling of I'm always with you. I'm always will be. No, there's no, even if this other critter comes in, however, whatever shape, form, or incarnation, Cinnamon will never be gone. This is your baby forever. And a thankfulness too. I feel like Cinnamon wasn't that healthy the last year. So lots of thankfulness.
I feel some teeth issues to her mouth issues.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of babies, I hear yours barking.
Do you?
Nice. That's a spirit dog.
Well, it is my, well, they're all over the place. I don't know, in and out.
What will we do without our pets,
I know. They're everything, really. They truly are. It's what brings our family, my family together. Truly.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it a million times.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the dogs, I know my daughter wouldn't ever come over.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Kim's got a wonderful daughter.
Oh, my. Okay, what's next?
There's the door. I'm teasing.
No, I don't mind at all.
Oh, sorry. Oops. It's a scammer.
Okay. Yeah, so what's next, Mel?
All righty. We just heard a little Patsy Cline. I love Patsy Cline, so I got it as a ringtone on my cell phone. Okay. If you're taking personal questions, I would love a message from my late husband, Wayne.
Okay, Wayne.
He passed away 1/9/16. Please and thank you. I like his humor, and I can smell his cologne.
I think he cared about how he looked.
Yeah.
I
don't know what was going on with his chest, but he's telling me about something about the chest. He's always around you. You're going to feel like a tickle, like on your neck or your shoulder, and that's him doing that. It's like a little tickle or something.
Mm-hmm. I also see the idea that I don't know if you're worried about finances, but I feel like he's in this with you. Like, don't worry, honey. Like, don't worry. Maybe just turn the page. Just like it's going to be better. Whatever you're worried about, it's going to be better. Like, turn the page. It's okay. Like, next month, it's going to be better. Whatever. But he's definitely involved.
When you said that, I saw pentacles. And I don't like tarot that much, but pentacles means money.
Right.
So, I don't see you being outside in the cold. So you're right. She'll continue to have a roof over her head and food on the table and do some travel too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see October for some reason being a really good month.
And you're not going to be alone, Pam. I don't know if you met anybody, but you will.
Oh, that's nice.
And Wayne's not going to mind that.
Oh. No.
In fact, he'll help orchestrate it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But I can smell him too. He's got a...
Can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jackie Messinger says, my cat Simon had his first seizure on Sunday. 6 hours and $700 later. Yeah, that's the way it normally goes when at the emergency vet. All tests came back normal. Without a $4,000 MRI, there's no way to know for sure why this happened. Well, sometimes they can do a CT scan or an MRI, and that doesn't show anything either. I don't think it's a brain tumor. Sometimes it can just be a tiny piece of scar tissue, or sometimes, as we get older, cats get older, dogs get older, the wiring in the brain and the heart begins to misfire. And in the brain, it creates a seizure. My feeling is they'll be able to control the seizures with medications. I can't say don't get the MRI. If it were me, I'd save my money and get one for my animal. But, all I'm saying is I'm giving you a message without giving you a message because I'm not a vet. But many times the MRIs are non-conclusive, specifically when it comes to seizures.
Yeah. And I would say even after just one seizure doesn't necessarily mean you need to start medication just after one.
Right.
Because, I've had several pets that had one or two throughout their life, and then that was it. But, one of the things that helped, this is, who knows, is that CBD oil for seizures for one of my dogs. That
It
helped.
does work with seizures, they say.
Yeah. It was remarkable for her. So, and that's very has very few side effects. If you wanted to do something, but I don't know that you need to do anything right now.
I think there's one called Charlotte's Web. It's a brand name of CBD oil, and it doesn't have much THC in it, but the CBD, they say, helps with certain types of seizures and certain types of tremors.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
mm-hmm.
Couldn't hurt, right?
It doesn't hurt, right? And even Amazon has hemp oil, and that does the same thing. At least
right.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Jackie, I'm so sorry, though. That is scary.
Well, I see it being controlled.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's an issue either.
Okay. Debbie Joyce said, do my guys have any messages for me concerning my 12-year-old black cat, Zane? I see. Once again, I'm seeing teeth problems, maybe some teeth problems, and maybe a few little kidney problems.
Kidney is what I feel, a little bit of kidney.
But I see a different diet, and that's going to help Zane.
Yeah.
That's what I pick up.
Yes. I feel the kidney a little bit. Yes, diet, absolutely. I also feel like it's related to the eyes, that there might be some changes in the eyes. But it's, this is normal. It's a normal change. And as, as a cat grows older, nothing too serious, nothing. Just maintain a healthy lifestyle for your kitty.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Sharon Sipes says, sorry, I will miss some of my show. My older sister, Deb, needs a liver transplant, but she is too weak for it. So today she's going to rehab nursing home. Please send prayers and healing light. Let's everybody take a moment. Sharon is so wonderful as a moderator, and she does such a great job. So let's take a moment to send healing energy and light to Deb. We call upon all the forces, positive forces of the universe, the east, the eagle, the south, the wolf, the west, the bear, the north, the white buffalo, to come together in wisdom, to come together in knowledge, to come together in teaching and in strength and love, to send this healing, white, beautiful light of energy to Deb. And may spirit and God surround her in white light and energy. And we send it with all knowing that Deb will get the medical attention she needs. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Beautiful. That's beautiful.
And also, I heard Deb's not ready to cross over yet. So, all right.
Beautiful.
So, Pamela Bryant says, bright healing light, hugs, and soothing calmness for your sister.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see here. I'm still scrolling. I'm looking. Okay. Here we go. Kathy Muldoon, a co-worker's son of mine's son is in ICU. I don't know what happened. His son is grown or in college. Please include him in your prayers. I don't know the son's name, but the dad's name is Randy. Sometimes you really don't have to know the sick person's name. It's just about the intention of what you're sending out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've got a lot of healing tonight. So let's take a moment to send Randy's son an ICU healing energy. Now, what I do a lot of times is I visualize a light, whatever color comes to me, and I fill it with love and healing, and then I compress it. And then I shoot it or send it to I call it the healing cannon, and I send it to them. So that's the way you can do it. So
Nice.
Once again, we call upon all the healing forces of the universe to send nothing but healing and love to Randy's son. We thank you for the healing before it's even happened, for we know that Randy's son has a long life ahead of him and his work on our planet is not done.
I feel very positive about that. Yeah, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine.
White Dragon says, hello, Mel and Kim.
Hi, White Dragon.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, we did that, right? We did that already. Sorry about that. Okay. This is a good one. Aspie Third Eye. I like that. Trying to finance a cello for purchase next week. Will I get approved to finance? I see a cello.
I see a yes.
Somebody playing that cello.
I see a yes.
Right? So, definitely a yes. Okay. Let's see. I'm kind of going through these.
You're doing great, Mel.
All right. Kevin Chandler's really good at it. I'm just kind of.
Yeah, me too. I know the feeling.
We have fun with it though. Sal Rods. Okay. My beloved dog Ruby passed away suddenly on August 24th. Does she plan to come back to me?
August 24th.
I see another fur baby coming, yes.
I do too.
And I feel that Ruby will send you another fur baby. Absolutely.
That's what I feel. But I don't think it's the same as Ruby.
No. You know, when our dog Radar died, it was really back in 2016. My mother died 4 days after my birthday. My birthday's March 22nd. Mom died on the 26th. And our dog Radar, she was only 6. She stopped eating and she ended up having lymphoma. So from the time she started showing symptoms, it was only 6 weeks before she died.
Oh my goodness.
We lost my mom, our dog, and a couple cousins. And so we said no more dogs. But then a friend of mine who worked for the shelter called me and go online and look. And there was 5 puppies from a high-kill shelter in Kentucky. And this is Chicago Canine Rescue. They're magnificent. They only get older dogs usually, but they had these 5 puppies. So I went to look at our dog's sister, and this one took my heart. And, you know, no more dogs. Well, after I slept on the couch a couple nights, Gary agreed. So yeah. I know we're lucky because I thought we were lucky to have her. But where I'm going with this is that people would say, how could you adopt 2 or 3 weeks after your dog died? And but the one thing the vet said right home, she goes, I'm glad that you and your husband had enough love in your heart after the tragedy to take home a new dog.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know what, Sal Rod, you got a lot of love in your heart. Ruby's going to send you another dog, and you'll love the dog the same that you loved your dog, Ruby.
I feel like they're somehow related, but it doesn't feel like exactly the same one to me. I don't know. It's almost like sisterhood or brotherhood or something. Anyway.
Well, Gary caught something to my attention. He said, Mel, you want Lucky to be just like Radar, because I'll be like, well, Radar didn't do that, or Radar didn't do this. He said, she's not. And you're being unfair to the dog.
Yeah.
And right. I looked at him and I said, you know what? You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Sorry. And from that moment on, I was like, this is Lucky, girl.
Yeah. Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
Okay. And Julia has a question too. Okay. All right. Okay. Now okay.
You can. Well, which one is it? Is it Gigi? Where's she at?
Oh no, I'm just saying hi. I don't know. I just see her. I just saw her in the,
So Aspie says, advise that trying to force my hand to play 4/4 cello will only make my arthritis worse. Need a 7/8. I don't know what a 7/8 is.
Oh.
How about just if it feels good, then do it.
Well, what she's saying is the 7/8 is more expensive than the 4/4.
I don't know what those are.
It's just a size, I think.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I only tried to play the tuba. What did I know?
Oh no, at least you can play that.
Okay.
Not
well. I press buttons a lot.
Yeah, but I know those. I know. Yeah, my kids play the violin. That's all I can.
Well, in the South where I come from, we call it the fiddle.
Yes.
Never tell a violinist it's a fiddle. Do they play the viola or the?
No, just a violin. The
I
violin.
love the violin. Actually, the violin is one of my favorite instruments.
Yeah, I know. I loved listening to it all the time. I
When
miss
Gary
it.
and I were in Budapest, we went to a restaurant and they had Romanis. Uh, the gypsy is a derogatory term, but Romani. And they had a Romani band and they had this violinist there. Oh, the music was so beautiful. And I was tipping them to stay at the table and they kept coming back. I'm like, I was in heaven. It was just so beautiful. To eat your food with that violin music and oh, it was I never wanted to leave.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
Okay. Pamela says, I've been missing on so many live shows, but I have been absent. My life is crazy. I'm back in the mixing bowl. Well, I'm glad you're back in the mixing bowl. Pam.
Yeah, hi Pam.
Hi, we're
Oh,
glad you're back.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm scrolling here. Okay. Oh, ouch. Dawn G. Waving. Hi, Dawn. We have an ex-friend who is mailing a hateful, accusatory mail to my sister. She is demanding money that my sister doesn't owe. We are filing a restraining order. Will this stop her? Well, your sister would have to file that, not you all.
I think actually I do think it will help.
I do think it'll help, but I think this person has some underlying mental issues, which I can't diagnose. I'm not a doctor, but might want to look into that person being a little bit paranoid. But I don't see any harm coming to anybody, thank goodness.
No, I don't either. I think she's going to settle down.
She will. But,
Mhm.
Have your sister file the order of restraint and the court will grant it, a no contact order. And then I think she'll break it twice, but then back into court, the judge is going to give a very stern warning and this person will stop that nonsense.
Mhm.
That's what I see.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. That's great to hear that. For
Okay.
Dawn.
Oh, I'm excited. White Dragon. My daughter's giving birth this Friday. Well, her and the baby Alora. I love that name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're having a baby Auntie Mal.
Giving birth this Friday.
Aw.
Oh my gosh, this is somebody you're going to recognize, White Dragon. I think you're going to feel such a connection to this baby. Um, and you're going to, oh, well, here we are. We meet again. I think it's going to be, of course, all babies, you love at first sight, but there's going to be something like deep here, deep, far away, definitely part of the soul family, but even a close bond within the soul family. And a joy, just a joy. I feel like it's a girl. I don't know. Oh, do we know if it's a girl? We don't know. Okay.
Will her and the baby Alora be okay? It must be a girl. I wonder if you're doing a C-section. Why am I saying C-section? I don't know. But if it is C-section, your daughter will be fine. The baby will be fine, and yay!
I think so too. No, I feel it's just all pure love.
This baby's going to be very psychic, extremely intuitive, very intelligent. Well, naturally, it's your granddaughter, and developmentally ahead. So yay! And we'll love animals. So there.
Oh, that's nice.
But this kid's going to want the last word on everything. So if you tell her don't do it, she's going to do it. I like that in kids. I like that kind of feisty spirit, I read a lady today, and she put her great grandson on. He was so cute. He was 3, and I said, "Do you know your ABCs?" He goes, A B D D D C D F K. I go, he was just singing, having a good time. He was so cute. I said, I will babysit him. I will bring him home with me. Anyway, I'm in a really good mood today.
You want to babysit my kids? No, just.
Oh, I can bitch smack them into the middle of next week. Did I just say that? Okay. You know what? We'd have a ball. Hey, you want to learn dancing? Let's go have some dancing lessons. Come on, you all. Party. Not drink party, but party, Okay, Nancy Vasquez.
Okay.
Is it safe to attend a piano concert this Friday? My partner had a terrifying nightmare. I don't know if it's a sign. I don't see any bad with it, really.
You know what I think is worse about it is that the fear is going to be worse than the reality.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think it'll be safe. I don't feel any issues with it.
Yeah, I think what I see when you're there, though, you're going to always be looking over your head. Looking over your shoulder. That's what it feels like. And then that may not make it very fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go with fear-based and worried about it, then I wouldn't go. But you know what? There's a part of me that would want to go and say I'm going to have a good time. I don't see any harm to anybody going there. By the way.
So a terrifying nightmare, I'm assuming it's about the concert.
Or it could be some other break in the psychic energy she's feeling, and the odor that she's.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm not seeing anything either, but it just feels they're scared.
I know. I get the fear, but I don't see anybody getting injured or anything.
Okay. She's talking about the
So Wayne Rich says the average for an equivalent cello beginning intermediate range is 5,000 to 10,000. It's actually a bargain, and a 7/8 that can hold its own alongside a 4/4 very reputable luthier, or however you say it too. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Okay, so we got some advice for whoever wants to buy the cello.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Ruthie, can you give advice to opening the third eye and pituitary gland?
Ruthie, you already have a very good third eye and pituitary gland. But you mean the pineal, I think.
Pineal gland, I think is what.
Yeah. Okay. Because the pituitary, pineal, and the hypothalamus, they do work together. And Ruthie, I think maybe I've shown you this about this holding the three, the three glands together like that. And that does kind of combine, make them work together good. So that's one thing you can do is holding your head. But, for me on the opening the third eye, I like to practice imagining. You can practice imagining colors. You can practice imagining even moving a color on the inside to the outside and back and forth, right? You can do it that way. You can also, you can use your hand and clear that chakra. You can get a crystal and spin it over that to clear the chakra too. But it's got a front and a back to it. With the back part is
front and the back. They're like funnels.
Right. You've got
but sometimes I think people think they're blocked and they're really not.
Right.
I think they have a misunderstanding of how.
Yes.
They think it hits you over the head with a ton of bricks, and it doesn't. So in my little seminars and classes, I tell people, pay attention to that first thing that comes through. And this just happened in San Francisco. Somebody said, I'm not feeling anything. I'm not getting anything. I'll go, yes, you are. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I go, yes, you are. What comes through? That's why they call me the drill sergeant. I do it nicely. And she came up with a couple words that really blew the other person away. And she's like, how did you know that? So it's that first thing that comes through. It might be a word. It might be a feeling. It might be a visual. It might just be one or two words, inner voice. That is your intuition. And Ruthie, when you asked that question, I'm glad Kim said what she said, because it is open. You just have to pay attention to it and get rid of the preconceived notions of how you think it should come through. Honor what's coming through.
I think Ruthie's very clairaudient, by the way.
She is.
And also very clairsentient.
And claircognizant.
Right. She's got all those. She just isn't having a lot of visual. So Ruthie, just know it's very subtle. And you may never get visual. You may never be visual, but you can practice. Like I said, the colors, the spinning, clearing.
That's why in my class, when I do meditations, I make them visual, but I also make them clairaudient. What are you saying? What are you hearing? What are you feeling?
Right.
I do it that way because not everybody is visual. Not everybody can be clairvoyant. Not everybody can be clairaudient. Not everybody can be clear feeling or clairsentient.
That's right.
So just honor what you have. And I heard people say, oh, I wish I was clairvoyant. I go, no. Honor the psychic gift that you have.
Mm-hmm. Right. They all have their value.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
Okay. Jenny Berlin asked, any messages from spirit? Okay, everybody, if you're going to ask a question, kind of make it specific. It helps us. It really does.
I like open, but
Well, that's okay. Then we can do an open. I don't care.
yeah, no, it's just I like open, but I don't to start.
Now,
Mel,
this is my whole point. I could do a whole reading on it.
I know we could do a whole reading on Oh, that's true. Okay, I guess what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
They want you to pay attention to your healing energies, your healing ability.
Oh.
Because spirit shows me the symbol of the hands, which means healing. And Jenny, you should, if you haven't already, take some healing modalities, like maybe Reiki. Or Kevin Chandler's great at Reiki. Call him. Or I'm plugging Kevin Chandler. Or Kim is great at healing. Kim teaches. So I see you delving more into your intuitive abilities. Yay. And healing is one of those abilities, by the way. What do you got, Kim?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say what I see around her is that besides this healing, but it's the opening up to more spirit. And I see it as a beautiful, like sunlight coming in on her head. So and it's current right now. This isn't the future. This is present moment. This beautiful opening to spirit. And so this is part of the reason you are such a wonderful healer. So just acknowledge that and just trust that you are open to spirit, that you are connected, and that you are a healer. Yeah.
I hope you're doing well, everyone. Thanks, Dee. That's so nice.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. Hi, Dee. Hi, Dee.
I know a friend named Dee Dee. Dee Dee in Colorado.
There you go. Happy to be Max's mom. I like the name. Hi, happy to be Max's mom. Life is very difficult right now. What messages do you have for me, please? Well, I went to the cardiologist today because I was having some issues with blood pressure and things. And he said it's normal after surgery. And, he was asking about the surgery and, symptoms and blah, blah, blah. But I said to him, my tongue is still a little numb and tingly and, it's still a little bit difficult to swallow and I can't taste everything like I used to. And I kind of got tears in my eyes and I looked at him. I said, but the one good thing is I don't have cancer. And he said, you're right. You don't. So I think, when times are hard, and like I was kind of going down that road at the doctor's office and my guides tell me, but you don't have cancer, Mel. And when I said that, I said, better to have these symptoms than to have cancer, better to be alive and doing my work. So I caught myself. So sometimes, things are bad and, we there's, the dark clouds, but they do get brighter. And my guides are telling me, happy to be Max's mom, you will get through this. And you'll be able to look and say, what did I learn from it? Mm-hmm. I do see it getting better. And I see that starting soon.
I do too.
I'm just thankful when I start complaining about this or that. My guides tell me, but at least you don't have cancer.
Yes. Right. That's a good point. Always think of something when there's always something good to appreciate. But I feel what I see with her is a beautiful hand, two hands holding beautiful pink roses for her as a gift. And I feel just like you said, it's not too far away that these gifts are, and I'm seeing two roses and two hands. So I'm not sure what the two is about, but there is something here coming for you. And not very far within the 30 days is what it feels like to me. So just know that and then these angels come in and I just feel like the loving, the pink loving energy that they bring you. So just know you're not alone in this difficult time. You are not alone at all. And everything you do is witnessed and shared by your spirit team.
You know what, as you were talking, I thought of that thing, footprints. Did you ever hear about that?
Footprints? Yeah. Yes.
And for those of you who haven't, it was like there was this person who went through, they would remember a night that there were two sets of footprints in the sand and God was always walking next to them. But then when things got hard in their life, there was only one set of footprints. And the person said, God, why is it when things were good, there were two sets of footprints? When things got bad, there was only one. Where were you? And God said, my child, that's when I carried you. So God's carrying you right now. Happy to be.
Yes.
So, I agree with Kim. I see it getting better.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Beautiful.
Okay. Maggie, hi, Maggie. I haven't seen Maggie in a while. Will my brother David get the assistance he needs to get out of the hospital in Afghanistan? I hear yes.
Yes, and it will feel like a miracle.
I see delays and disappointment coming with it, like the tarot with the heart with the sword, which means delay, disappointment. But then I see the tarot card where the guy's on the horse with the laurel wreath around his head. It's wands. I can't think of the exact number. And that means victory. So my guides are telling me David will be home and he'll be out of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while, though. What do you think, Kim?
No, I mean, I think he's going to, I think it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. Like when he does get out, it's like, oh my gosh, he's out. And it's like almost like a sudden thing.
Yes,
like a quick,
boom.
It's going to be just like that. And I don't know how on the timing on it. I'm not getting the time sense.
I see 11. So it could be 11 days, 11 weeks. It could be November. It could be 11 o'clock at night. But
Okay.
I don't think it's 11 months.
Okay, no, I don't. It's not that far.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay. Bonita Herring. Hi, Mel and Kim. What advice does Spirit have for me about healing family trauma? Whoa.
We could do a whole hour on that.
A whole hour on that.
Or more.
Ho'oponopono.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Ho'oponopono means forgiveness. It doesn't mean forgetting or condoning bad behavior. It means you move forward. It doesn't mean that you have to allow those people in your life to continue to hurt you. It means you set your boundaries and you move forward. Because if you don't forgive, then even though you might keep those people at arm's length, it's still affecting you. And forgiveness is really huge. It's hard to do, but you can do it. I hear Ho'oponopono. It's one word is very simple, but it's very complex.
That's beautiful. That is a beautiful way to do it. I also feel that it's important to realize that each person in the family has their own journey, and somehow don't take on, if you can, like separate. I'm seeing bubbles around the different people, and to know that that's their journey and not your journey. I mean, it's hard to, because we do carry this in our DNA, right? The whole family lineage, but still, I feel like, but just maybe even drawing a chart. Okay, that's that person. That's their stuff. But this is me, and I think that may help along this journey. And I love that prayer too. I can never say ho 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 pono, but I'm sure I must.
Ho'oponopono. It's just like ho'oponopono.
Oh ho. I don't know.
A ho'o and two ponos.
Ho ho, two ponos.
A ho'o and two ponos. Ho'oponopono.
Pono.
Ho'o.
Pono.
You got it. Ho'oponopono. Pono means what's right for a person according to their inner being.
Yeah. But it's I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry, and something else.
Well, that was just some howling. Howling means a white person that kind of put that to it. The Hawaiians never really said those exact words.
Oh, I see.
But words move mana. So if you say, I love myself, I forgive myself, I'm moving forward, and I trust myself.
Yeah.
I also love you. I might not love you. I don't have to agree with your behavior, but I have to move forward from the pilikia, from the trouble and the heva, the wrong that you created for me, because that is holding me back from doing my work. And they have their journeys too, the people in the family.
Yes.
And what happens is it becomes finger pointing.
Yeah.
Ho'oponopono's not about that. Ho'oponopono happened in a Hawaiian family when someone was ill. They called all the members of the family together. And it was like a confession. You know, when you put Drano on my rose bushes, I put sugar in your gas tank. You know, and it wasn't about pointing out faults. It was about like getting it all out.
Uh-huh.
Because when that happened, the vessel became clear so the healing could occur.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why it was done. And then it was forgiven and forgotten about. Now, if you kept doing it, then it's like, okay, then you're not sorry. So I'm sure that they all have their journey. But what happens is we finger point. Well, you know, you put a firecracker on my lawn. I put a cherry bomb on yours. You put a stick of dynamite on mine. I put a hand grenade on yours. And pretty soon other people get injured and hurt. And then people get mad and angry, and they go on anger and fear, and they forget what they're mad about. They just know they're mad.
Right. Yeah, sure. Yes. Oh,
So
but it is hard. The family trauma is a hard.
I see a healing for Benita is what I see.
Mm-hmm. And I want to breathe in the blue light, Benita. I just feel blue light for you to use that as a healing tool also.
Absolutely. Okay. Mary Imke. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mel and Kim. Love you
Hi,
guys.
Mary.
Hi, Mary. My husband is going in for a heart procedure Friday. Do my guides have any messages for me to calm my nerves? This is scary. Yeah, it's frightening. He's going to pull through it with flying colors. So put your Valium back up on the shelf, or maybe take one. I don't know. No, he's going to come through it just fine.
Yes, I think so too. Just be reassured he's going to be fine. Because I feel like the doctors are good. I think you have good doctors. And that's what it feels like to be assured in that. And I feel like this is not unusual for the doc. This is one of their. It's a specialty for them. So you just see it in that positive ally. Pretend it's already happened, and you put yourself that you're meeting your husband in open arms, and everything went well. Just imagine that. That might help with your nerves.
Yeah, you know. I think, you know, after a heart procedure, the hardest thing is you have to lay flat for X amount of hours. That was the most horrible thing for me because it's hard for me to lay flat. They did raise my bed just a little. And then it's like, don't cross your legs. Do you know what it's like when people tell you don't cross your legs? The first thing you want to do is cross your legs. But I had to lay that way 12 hours, and I was watching the clock going, God, do you think you could hurry this time up? That was the longest 12 hours I'd ever spent.
Oh, my goodness.
But
wow.
That's the difficult part, I think. But he's going to be just fine. Seriously.
I think so, too. And I do feel like.
You'll have to let us know, by the way, Mary.
Yeah, I do want to know.
So everybody send healing energy to Mary's husband that he comes through his procedure wonderfully well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sending lots of orange and yellow connected to spirit, and orange keeping his power, and green abundance of good things, and blue for healing. So we're sending you the whole rainbow there, Mary. How's that? Okay. Let's see here. D, I have a question. Every time I think about one person in particular, he's still alive, a motion sensor like my kitchen goes on. Is that his spirit energy that somehow does that? I know it's a weird question. That's not a weird question, actually, but it's a very good one.
It is a good one.
I think it is his energy doing it. And he could do it not even knowing he's doing it. It's a form of telepathy.
Uh-huh. Huh, interesting. That's a good question. But I know people, whether they know it or not, they can do things like that. And I think you're right. When Dee thinks of that person, there's that connection, and then boom, it's some kind of an electric.
It's a psychic energy that does
be coming from her even more than him.
Right. Like, you know, when I'm around, all of a sudden light bulbs blow out. I used to hold people's watches and they would stop.
Oh,
you know, they say, did you break my watch? I go, no, I held your watch. And people would say it stopped. I go, well, did it start again? They say, yeah. I go, good. I don't have to buy a new watch.
Yes.
So sometimes we're doing it. We don't even know we're doing it.
Yes.
It's called psychokinesis.
Mm-hmm.
Psychokinesis means mind over matter, but you don't even have to. Sometimes you're not even aware that you're being psychokinetic.
Yes.
But it is the intuitive energy. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. My son can do that easily too.
Oh, yay. Stephen King will be writing a novel about him soon. Stephen King knew. I mean, he worked with Peter Hurkos. Peter was one of my mentors, and Peter Hurkos, the movie The Dead Zone, is based on part of Peter's life in different files. But like Firestarter, that's a form of psychokinesis, pyrokinesis, but Stephen used his own imagination. But he took a lot of psychic and intuitive principles in the stuff he wrote.
Interesting. I had a patient once who they built an apartment over her beautiful view. She had a gorgeous view of the river and the mountains. And then she kept saying, well, when before I die, I'm going to burn that building down. The last thing I do, I'm going to burn that building down. Well, she died. Guess what? The minute she died, the building burned down. And I'm not joking. It was an apartment building.
Wow.
It burnt down.
There you go. Well, like the movie The Shining. I love that movie. And the Overlook Hotel. Everybody thinks in that movie that the hotel was haunted. It wasn't. The guy, Jack Nicholson, was just really responding to the stored energy and all the things that happened there. I got chills. And the little boy had the gift as well of what I think was it Scatman Crothers, whoever played the guy in the movie, called The Shining, that the little boy had the gift where he too was tuning into it, but the little boy could also have the gift of precognition and clairvoyance. So he was seeing when that blood was going down the hall, it was a premonition of what was going to happen. So it was more based on, residual and stored energies as opposed to haunting. And so the people who had been in that hotel, their energy became a part of it. And so that the hotel was like the living, breathing organism.
Yes, yes, yes.
That was a really good movie. It was right up my alley.
Okay.
Samantha, my daughter is having trouble at school. Is this temporary or a bit longer? I hear it's temporary.
I hear temporary, but it's going to be off and on a little bit. I mean, I don't know what you mean longer. A year, or I mean, it's not her life. It's not her lifetime, but I feel like it could be potentially.
I see the number 1.
Okay.
Well, it could be 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. I think it's within a year, but then I said getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not life. It's not lifelong.
Okay, so Kevin says next week would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin, you'll have to let me know in the chat. Am I on your show? You on mine tomorrow? I don't know who's doing what. I just work here.
Now, Nana's saying.
No, I think I'm on yours, Kevin, if I'm not mistaken.
Next week or tomorrow?
I think tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Viviani. And Nana Banana is saying, I can't wear watches. They always stop working. And after I stop wearing them, they start back. Oh, my gosh.
So what did she say? I'm sorry.
Okay, Nana Banana is saying, I can't wear watches because they stop working when I wear them, but they start again when I turn them off. It's the same when I keep phones near me. Wow. That's high electric.
That's high energy.
That is high energy.
Okay, let me take a look here.
And then Pam says, that means you never know what time it is.
I love it. Okay. We got time for a few more here. Rosa Simon says, I'm going through some anxiety right now. What messages does Spirit have for me? Thanks.
Okay, Rosa.
Connie says, thanks for doing my question.
I want to show something, Mel, for anxiety. This is for anybody.
Okay.
And it's called Pet the Kitty. So we have these spots right here. This is an energy thing. It's you're working with the energy patterns of the body. You've heard like, oh my God, right? It's a light touch right here. And then you pet the kitty around the ears. You pet the kitty. You hold onto the shoulders and you take a breath. And then you cross over, and that helps with anxiety. And you do it like 3 times. So you start here and you pet the kitty around the ears. You take your breath, and then you cross over and down across the opposite hips. And this, honestly, if you try it, it really calms the nerves. But what it does is it calms your response to whatever is causing the anxiety. It doesn't take the situation away. It just changes how you respond to it. So there's that little tidbit, Rosa.
Right. I just try to do deep breathing and visualize myself on a beach somewhere.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
It's impossible to have two conflicting emotions at once, but I do see that the anxiety you're going through. I don't know if it's a worry over money and some health issues, but I see it getting better, and I see it getting better soon. So
Yeah. And I feel like it's disturbing the sleep at night. And so um, I love the idea of the deep breathing because I feel like doing that before bed because I feel like it's really affecting her sleep, like waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So just breathing before you go to sleep and just tell yourself it's going to be okay, or do pet the kitty, pet the kitty, pet the kitty. Yeah.
okay, all righty. So I think that's got it. We've been on for an hour.
Oh, wow. Okay, Mel.
Time flies when you're having a good time. I'm sorry that well, here, there's one more. We'll do one more, then we'll go. All right, Christine Thomas. I'm having an interview with the local magazine about my artwork. Yes. Tomorrow. Will this go well and will it benefit me financially? It'll benefit you in your career with your artwork. Absolutely.
I'm
Oh,
getting it. Yes.
so now you have to send us all copies.
Yeah. I'm seeing balloons.
Okay.
Like positive, like celebration.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yay. All right. I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I will say just one more.
Right. I know. I do that too. But you know what? Linda, the same one who had the watches broke. This is amazing. I used to clean houses and their vacuum would stop working. They didn't know it was me. It was me.
Do you know how many vacuum cleaners I've gone through at my office? Oh, I should buy stock in the vacuum cleaner company.
That's amazing. Wow. That shows something.
Vacuum cleaners, clocks, anything electronic.
Yeah. Well, I think the folks here tonight have been wonderful, Mel. It's been a pleasure to be with you and to be with everybody here. So thank you all so much for spending this time with us. And I hope we've helped in some little way. Entertainment.
Viviana says for entertainment purposes only.
We're entertaining.
That's right. All right. So next week, come your channel, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right.
Yes.
We'll be going to Italy soon. So yeah.
I know.
I'm trying to talk her into coming to Africa June the 20th. So there's the question for next week. Does everybody see Kim coming to Africa next week?
I want to go sometime for sure.
It's going to be an amazing trip. Anyway. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your loving support. Thanks for getting me through the biggest crisis in my life. And I'm back and I'm doing my work. So yeah.
You've got a great shirt on.
And yeah, it's my shirt, my lucky girl. Isn't she sweet? This is my baby. That's Lucky.
And now you're lucky.
And now I'm lucky to have Lucky. All right. On that happy note.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.